They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to pass. It's Jean-Pierre. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw route.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Back to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. He makes the grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. They'll go with a direct snap. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Sets up the screen. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Give to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
To the air, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Lost a throw on first down. That's caught. It's Harris. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Man, the slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Jean-Pierre. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive. Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Snagged in the middle. It's Corn. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking downfield, it's Jean-Pierre. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
It is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Got his man out of the backfield. At the 45 on his way. Bulldozes his way through. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Huskies with the 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Scanning the field, it's Knight. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Washington! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. from the Irish, back on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
To the air, it's Jean-Pierre, bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Makes the grab on the left. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes and catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Second and long. Back to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds his tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. On 4th down, going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Looking to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. He's got it on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's got it on the move. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Jean-Pierre. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown Irish! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. They go to the ground. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Found the spot in the defense. He's into the open down the middle. Pass attack, touchdown, Washington. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 28 over UTSA. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to call back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Quickly to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. That's caught. It's Moffitt. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Got room on the return. The 40. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Husky. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form the wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. come the Irish, back on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running to the left. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Here comes the offense on second down. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They're facing a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The kick is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Jean-Pierre. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Corn. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. Guess what? This game is far from over.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Handoff from the gun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Got some room to run. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Huskies. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Jean-Pierre. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
At the 18.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. DB's right up on the receivers. He's looking to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go right back to the run. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Knight. Grabbed over the middle, it's Parker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. They'll move the tight end. The give as they work on that clock. Powers through the defender. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Calls his own number. Really nice job to get him past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Knight. Catch in the middle, it's Lawson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's in open space downfield.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Snap it to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Knight. Got a man, it's Lawson. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
The Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. To the air on 1st down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their 1st win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's Jean-Pierre. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today. 2nd and 10 for the Huskies. 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 2nd and 10
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The short hands. It's Moffitt. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
These corners backing off a bit. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got him downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for a man. It's Knight. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Defense playing a bail technique. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The give to the back. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.